Hello gang, Merlin Don on the mic. Today we will analyze together a new OP10 leader, Smoker, Bank Hazard and Navy type. Of course, like with every leader that we analyze in this channel, we will go through a guide that I created for this one. So about the starting hand, which cards are you looking for, what do you want to do when you're between 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 tone, what's your finishers, what do you use for defense, what are your combos, how do you play in an odd curve, how do you play in an even curve, and of course we will check this list in the simulator, and finally we will also see this leader in action in 3 games in the simulator. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Red Green Smoker, guys. This leader is a multicolor leader. Red and green, 4 life, 5k attack. On your opponent's turn, your characters with Navy or Bank Hazard trait, they gain plus 1000 power. That's really strong. For example, for your blockers, because they are plus 1k, but also for all of your characters, because they do have plus 1k, so they are harder to kill. And the stronger trait that this leader has is this activate main attribute. Once per turn, if you have a character with 7k power or more, you just set to Dawn as active, which is huge, and you will see it in the simulator games that we will play together in the end of this video. What do you search when you get the first 5 cards after you shuffle your deck? You search for these 3 cards. These are your key cards. Your Virgo is your searcher. TCG prevents characters like this one, for example, from being KO'd of effects. It's like a Rosinante blocker, right? And of course, your best card in this deck, Smoker, Green Smoker. This card has 5k cost, 7k attack with bunnies. What does bunnies means? Bunnies means that if you successfully hit your opponent with this attack at his life, then he will not take his life into his hand. He needs to trust this card. And he has also activate main, set up to one of your Dawn cards as active. Then you cannot set your Dawn cards as active through character effects for the rest of this turn. The first part means that if you have this card, you gain 1 Dawn, and because it's a 7k attack power, do you remember that? Exactly. Because it's a 7k power, you gain 2 Dawns, 2 active Dawns from your leader's effect, plus 1 active Dawn from this character. Huge, right? And the second part of this attribute means that you can't use this by playing multiple smokers. So let's say that you have 4 smokers on the field, you can take 1 active Dawn only from one of them, not from all of them, right? Which is also against your opponents. Between 1 and 3 Dawn, you play your searcher and your blockers. Between 4 and 6 Dawn, you play your smoker. It's the most important card in this deck. Between 7 and 8 Dawn, you play your Luffy into something else, your Beckman to control the field, your Jones to control the field or push for game, and your Eustace Captain Kidd, which can help you defending yourself. And your finishers is what else? Ro, who can swing 3 times, guys. 3 times. Such a great card. Defense, you have these beautiful 2Ks, Otama and Tcg. You play all these blockers here, and you also have these two events. Radical Beam, which gives you plus 2K power if you have 3 or more cards, and 4K power if you have 2 cards or less in your life. And Kamakura Juzushi, I hope that I pronounce it correctly, which is a counter event card. For 2 dawns, you get plus 3K power during these turns, and then you select one leader or a character of your opponents and you give him -2. So it's practically 5K defense from one card, or you can also gain this 3K from this attack and also give this -2K to another character. You will see it in action in our games. Your combos. You can play your Luffy and cheat out a Chopper, or a Sanji. And of course, with your Smoker, like we said before, you play your other Smoker, your Smoker character, and then you gain 3 dawns, 3 active dawns from these 2 abilities here. And you can also play Sanji. Sanji says in your turn this character has plus 3K power. That means that it's a 6K attack. This card has 6K attack power. And if you attach 1 dawn to this card, then you can activate what? Your leader's ability. So you gain 3 dawns by attaching 1 dawn to this card. Awesome, right? Another combo is, of course, you play your kid, you rest this card, you attach 1 dawn to it, and then you get to play one of these cards for free, guys. Awesome. Also, on your odd curve, it's preferred for this deck because it's your perfect curve. So 1 dawn you play your Searcher, then for 3 dawn you play one of your blockers or your Sanji, then on 5 dawn you play your Smoker, or if you don't have your Smoker you can play your Chopper. 7 dawn you chain Monkey D Luffy into something else here, Straw Hat Crew, right? Or you ban Beckman to gain control of the field. 9 dawn you can play your useless Captain Kid, and 10 dawn it's the turn for your finishers, Hody Jones or Roronoa Zoro. If you go second, on your first turn you can play your Searcher or Rocinante. On your 4th dawn you can play one of your blockers. On your 6th dawn you can play your Smoker. On your 8th dawn you can play again either Luffy or your Beckman. And on your 10th dawn you have you can choose between Hody Jones, Roronoa Zoro, or uses Captain Kid. So as you can see, it's pretty straightforward, this deck. Really consistent and straightforward. So let's go to the list and we will go through the cards. We talked about the leader. On your opponent's turn, your Navy and Punk Hazard cards has plus 1K power. If you have a 7K power or more character, you can activate main gain plus 2 active dawns. Then your Chopper, it's a blocker. If you attach 2 dawns to him and attack with him, then you can give one of your opponent's characters -3 power for this turn to kill them easily, for example, or to use or to combine it with Beckman or something like that. Otama -2 if you play this card, and it's also a 2K. Ben Beckman, you can trust one opponent with a power of 6K or less. Virgo, it's a Searcher. Sanji, we talked about this card. On KO, draw a card, and on your turn it's a 6K power character. Ton Chopper, it's a 2K, it's a blocker, and on your opponent's turn it's a 6K blocker. It's such an awesome card. Uses Captain Kid. On your turn, you attach 1 dawn and you can activate main, just rest this character, and you play for free a 3 or less cost character from your hand. Monkey D. Luffy, blocker, 7 cost, 7K. On play, you can play one film or straw heart character with a cost 4 or less from your hand. Rosinante blocker, and he can sacrifice himself for any other card. So if another card is to be KO'd, you can instead sacrifice this card. Hooded Zones, you can rest 2 dons of your opponent or 2 characters has Ras. You gain 1 resource, so 1 life, and as a 9k power. Rorona Zoro can swing 3 times, 9k power. Smoker Tcg, your best card in this deck, has banish and activate main. You can set one of your Don active, and it's a 5 cost, 7k power. Your Tcg, it's like this Rosinante, for example. When one of your green characters other than Tcg could be removed from the game due to your opponent effects, you will see it in action, guys, in a match against Blackbeard. You may instead rest this character. Radical Beam and Kamakura, we talked about these cards. These are event cards that protect you from attacks. So without any further ado, let's go to some matches. We will start with a Blackbeard. We will go first, he will go second. We don't have a searcher to play, he has a stage to play, he plays the stage. On our 3-don we play Tcg on curve, he attacks us, we take the first hit, it's okay, and he plays Jesus Burgess. We play on curve our Tcg, from our Tcg's effect we activate 1 don, from our leader's effect we activate 2 more dons, and we play another Tcg. So with 5 dons we played cards of 8 cost. So he plays here a black hole, he KOs one of our Tcg's, then he attacks us with his Burgess for 7k, and we take. Now we are down to 1 life. He's happy because we are only on 1 life and he's at 4, but not for much. We play our Luffy into Chopper, such a great play, and then we set 3 dons active from our 2 smokers, leader and character. So now, guys, we first hit this Burgess for 7k because we want him to give us cards or this Burgess, and we managed to kill him. Then we attack his Lafitte and we chill. We chill because we know that he will sacrifice dons to play cards, which he does, right? So he can't go through our Luffy, so we will not lose any life at this point, right? And he plays of course here one Van Agur and 1 Doc Q, and he KOs one of our characters. Then on our turn we kill this Doc Q, he's now at 8 on, I think. Then we use our Beckman to trust this Van Agur, so he will not get any cards of this. We use our smokers to gain 3 dons back, guys. Can you see how strong that is? And we have played Beckman, we have played another card, and we are still at 5 active dons. So now we attack with our smoker, he takes, and what does smoker do? He has banish. He has banish, guys. So we trust this liberation card. This liberation card does not go to his hand, right? Then we attack again with 7k because he doesn't have any Rush characters, and we play 1 blocker. Now he plays his Tenko Stitch, but we're not afraid. We have a full board, we have a Radical Beam in our hand, we have Hooded Zones in our hand, right? So it's our turn now, and we attach 2 dons to our smoker because we want to bait him. First we attack with Beckman, right? He takes, and now I was like, okay, I will go 5k to see if you want to give me 1 more card or block. He gives me a 2k. Now I attack him for 9k to see if he will block, and he blocks, right? And he has only 5 cards, right? So I was like, okay, I will go now 12k to your how is he called, Blackbeard, to get one more card from you, and then play a Rosinante and chill. And look guys, now he tries to black hole my Rosinante, and because he tries to black hole my Rosinante, I can activate my tcg, and instead I just rest my tcg and I save my Rosinante. This is how you do it, and of course he gives up because he can't do anything at this point, right? And we win. So to the next game, Trafalgar Law, the new law. We will also have a video with him. It's also a fun leader to play. So we first go with our searcher. On curve, he plays 2 Monkey Luffys. Then we play tcg on curve here again, and we attack him. Now he's at 4 Dawn and he plays a Bonnie. He brings a Cavendish into play, and he bounces one of his 1 costs back to his hand, and then he attacks us for 6k with his leader. We give him a 2k. We don't want to lose life here, and then he plays another Luffy and he reveals a uses Captain Kidd. It's our turn. It seems like great for him, because then he plays another Monkey D. Luffy, and this is exactly what Law wants. He wants a full board. And now you will see how strong this card is, guys, because we play our Smoker and we turn slowly but steadily the tables. Once you play your Smoker, you're so strong. And we leave 2 open Dawns, 2 active Dawns, to be able to use our Kamakura, our event. Now Law does Law things. He bounces characters here and there, but he sacrifices life to do that. So if he does not use his 7 cost Law, the sec card, he just takes life in order to do that, right? And we're fine about it. So he attacks us then with his Cavendish, so we defend that and we give -2 to this Law. And then he plays a Bonnie because he wants just characters, right? So now we play our Luffy into Sanji, so into Chopper, but it's like Sanji but it's Chopper. And then of course we take 3 Dawns back from our Smokers. We attach 1 Dawn to our tcg, we attack him to grab some cards off of him, and we attach the remaining Dawn to our leader, and we attack him again. And of course then again with our Smoker, because now he has to counter that, because else he will just not take this card off of his life. We have 2 cards, but we are at 4 lives, so we chill. We are not afraid, and we have also 2 blockers, right? So he uses Captain Kidd here, and he attacks us with his Cavendish, and then he just attacks us again for 7k here, and we block that with our Luffy, and then he plays another blocker, so he has now like 2 blockers on the field and he feels safe. So first we hit him with 5k, now in our turn. Then we hit him with 7k with our Smoker. He has to block that or counter that, else he will lose this 1 card, and he does. Now he's down on 3 cards, right? And then I was like, okay, now we'll play my Zoro. I will gain these 3 Dawns and I will pass. We have 2 cards on our hands, on our hand, and he does not know if that's an event. And we have only bricks, guys. We have only bricks, but our opponent does not know that, right? He sees only that we have 4 cards and 3 active Dawns, and all of these are like bricks. And again, we hit now a 2k. We hit a 2k, and we are happy about it. And then the other hit, we need to block that, else we will lose. And now guys, it's like we have 10 dons. What we do here is we give a -2 with Otama to this uses Captain Kid. We use our Hooded Zones to rest 2 of these blockers, right? And now we have 2 dons left to hit him like at least twice. So first we attack him with 8k with our Hooded Zones, and now he will probably give us three cards. He gives us 3 cards, guys. He has only 1 card left, so I was like, okay, you know what? I will attack you once. I will attack you once with my leader, and now you need to give me either your blocker or your card, right? And he does that. He does that. Then we hit him again with our Luffy, and we have 3 more hits. Then he surrendered, so he just left the game. Next game against an LP Luffy. So we go first, he goes second. Look at these bricks, guys. So we have such a bricky hand, but it doesn't matter. We play our Virgo, we find 1 chopper, we hit him with 8k, we gain 2 smokers. With the smoker we gain, and our leader we gain 3 active don back, and we hit him again with 8k, so look that, guys, how beautiful that is. He's at 6 don and he has lost 2 life, right? And then he attacks us with Zoro to ramp 1 don, 1 more don. He's now at 5. He attacks us again with his leader, 7k. I was like, okay, I will give you my 2ks. I will not let you know that I have only bricks in my hand, right? And then he plays another blocker. So now we play our Hooded Zones, we rest these 2 characters, and we hit 1 Roronoa Zoro. And we're glad about it, we're happy. Then we gain, we hit this Mr. 2, we hit this, we play 1 Searcher, then we hit him with 9k with our Smoker, and we want him to give us cards, right? And then with our Hooded Zones, we remove his blocker. We have now 5 cards, we didn't left any dons open. He hits us. 1 time we gain an Otama here, and then he plays a Lin. He plays a Lin to heal himself, excuse me, and he bottom stack our on the bottom stack he puts our smoker at the bottom of our life, right? Then if I remember correctly, he attaches 1 don to the Zoro. He attacks us with 5k, and then he ramps 1 active don back. Oh, he does not, because he has all 10 dons left. He has only 1 active don, which could be a Gum Giant. First, what we do here is we get rid of the Zoro. We don't want any extra hits. And now we play our Zoro, and we chill, because what we do here is we hit him once with our Hooded Zones for 8k, and I think he takes here. Oh no, he used this Divine Departure and he didn't take. And then we leave these 2 dons open. We don't tell him, okay, now you can go, because we have 2 active dons. Maybe I have an event, and that's why he hits me. I counter that, and then he tries to kill my Hooded Zones, and I let this go. Of course, I can't do anything about it. I don't have any other counter here. And then he plays a new gate. But by doing that, guys, he didn't even do the math. He didn't do that, because with your Zoro, look how beautiful that is. 16k. Try to counter that, bro. Of course you can't. Then again, 16k. And what can we do? We can also use our leader's ability. We gain this remaining Dawn as active, right? And then I did it also like I should first have done the ability of Zoro and then set the 2 Dawns active, so it would be an 18k hit, but we win anyway. So Zoro is really strong in this deck, let me tell you that. And this was our last match for today. As you can see, it's a really fun deck to play. It's a deck that can perform and has also won in the Asia great and big tournaments. So feel free to try different ratios of these cards, or maybe your own spice, your own cards. But let me tell you, I find this list really stable, and I think that at least for the moment I will stay with this list. I will try more games with the Smoker because I really liked the way you play this deck, and I will share them also with you guys. Yeah, that's it. So smash this like button if you like this video. You can write me down in the comment section below your thoughts and recommendations maybe. And I thank you all for watching. Peace guys, bye.